Hey y'all, it's Shani, Certified Feline Training and Behavior Specialist with Wild at Heart, with part 2 of You're Not Feeding Your Cat Enough Food. Like I said in my last video, it's not necessarily the quantity that you're feeding your cat. What I am saying is how many times a day you're feeding your cat. So you can take that same quantity of food and separate it into smaller meals so they are eating at least 5 times a day, which is what is recommended. A lot of people mentioned that their vet said that feeding their cat twice a day was perfectly fine. My response to that is a lot of vets do not get nutritional training. Part of my certification, I had to take a whole semester of feline nutrition, which was taught by a board certified feline and canine nutritionist. So everything that I did learn from a certified nutritionist. We need to realize that how cats eat is related to behavior. Now, what cats eat is related to nutrition. And I certainly have opinions on what I believe cats should eat. I am not a fan of free feeding dry food. I believe, based on science and research, that cats should be eating mainly wet food. But honestly, I am not as hardcore as some of my counterparts because I'm a little bit more realistic. I've worked in shelters, I've worked with hundreds of people, and I realize that not everyone's schedule is going to be able to allow you to do that. But I do believe that we can always do better. And if you are free feeding your cats dry food, I really, really encourage you to start introducing wet food. There is a ton of evidence of why dry food is not the best food for your cat. Number one, cats are true carnivores. They should not be eating a lot of carbs. And dry food naturally has carbs in it because in order to get those dry kibbles, they need binders, and binders are carbs. I just encourage you to research this. I'm not making this up. This is science. There are tons of board certified behaviorists and nutritionists that say these same things that I am saying, but what I will not allow is for you to provide bad advice in my comment section. Now, you can talk shit about me all you want. I literally don't care. But if you're advising people and that advice is bad, I'm going to delete your comment. So bottom line, we can always do better for our cats. We want our cats to live their best lives. Cats will tolerate so much. I hear all the time people say, well, my cat is fine. My cat is happy. Well, is your cat happy or is your cat tolerating? So I don't want my cat to tolerate. I want her to live her best life. If your cat has a medical issue, you need to focus on that medical issue. And there are going to be times where that medical issue prevents you from feeding your cat 5 times a day. For example, diabetes. I still would ask your vet about that to see if it is possible, but I fully understand that medical conditions can be quite complicated. And the majority of cats who are overweight are cats who are free fed. So that is not what I'm telling you to do. I am telling you to take a certain amount of food that your cat requires in one day and separating it into many small meals. In order to lose weight, it's not only about the food, it's about their activity. They need to be active. They need to be playing because in the wild, mice wouldn't be just walking up to them. They would be hunting them. They would be moving their bodies. So in this country, we have an epidemic of cats who are overweight, obese, and cats who have diabetes.